Hi, I'm Joe Tong with InstructionalFitness.com. I'm here with Jesse today. We're at Go's Gym in Venice, California. Jesse's going to show us an exercise that's a lot of times forgotten or overlooked, or people just don't do it because it's such a hard exercise to do. That's called deadlifts. Deadlifts can be a dangerous exercise if you don't know what you're doing. However, if you take the time to learn the right way to do them, it's an excellent exercise for increasing strength and lower back thickness. If you turn around for me, Jesse, I just want to show them what this exercise does is it targets the lower back, the spinal erectors here. Besides that, also works the hips, the legs, and the lats. So as you see, it's a great exercise for putting on mass and thickness. However, be careful. Two things you have to remember. First thing, I'll say again 100 times, anytime you're doing a back exercise, always maintain an arch in the lower back. What that does is that takes the pressure off of the disc, puts it onto the spinal erectors. Two, Jesse's not doing it now just so you can see, but if you were to do a back exercise like this, it's a necessity that you wear a belt, okay? By wearing a belt, it's gonna prevent you or make it less of a chance of you having an injury. When you set up for an exercise like this, you wanna make sure that you take about a shoulder width stance, okay? Shoulder width stance, that's gonna put the weight distributed equally over your body. Next thing you're gonna do, take a grip slightly wider than shoulders. Okay, with this, you want to squat down, keeping your hips in the lowest position that you can get. Maintain an arch in your lower back, keep your chest held high. At all times, keep your head focused straight ahead, or actually what I like to do is I like to look slightly upwards. By picking a spot on the wall slightly upwards, that keeps your back more in an upright position, taking the pressure off of the disc area. Okay, as you come down, you see Jesse squats down with his legs. Okay. Some of the mistakes that you might see people make is if it's too heavy, they don't use their legs as much, they just bend over. This is terrible, putting so much stress right here in the disc area, the inside, not on the spinal erectors, okay? Make sure you squat down with your legs, pulling through with your legs, then up through your body. So your arms actually become hooks. You're not pulling with your arms, okay? Pulling with your legs, your back, therefore you're putting all the stress into the spinal erectors, the hips, quads, and hamstrings. Okay, another thing that you might see people do if they're not flexible enough is they won't have a full range of motion. If you're having a problem with this, I suggest to start off doing the deadlift out of a Smith machine, doing a partial deadlift. Therefore, if you're doing a partial deadlift, you can set the pins slightly below knees and you don't need a full range of motion. Okay, so again, doing an exercise like this is extremely important. First of all, keep an arch in your lower back. No matter what back exercise you're doing, that's gonna take the pressure off of the disc, off of the lumbar area. Two, always wear a belt. Something like this too, first starting off, you wanna keep your repetitions up higher. Don't worry about your strength and jump into an exercise like this, doing 4 or 6 repetitions, because you see the guy over here doing that with 500 pounds. Slowly build up, okay? Pick a weight where you get it 10, 12, 15 times. As you build up strength, then you can start to lower your repetitions down. It's gonna take some time, but by doing something like that, less chance of injury. Jesse, turn around for me. Okay, again, this exercise is gonna target your spinal erectors here, lumbar area, okay? It's all about doing thickness. It's not gonna put any width on you, but it is gonna work a lot of the thickness in this area, okay? It's even gonna hit the upper back some too. And like I said, the hips and the legs will also be involved. So maintain shoulder width stance, grip slightly wider than shoulders, keep your head straight or slightly looked up, that way to keep your back straight at all times.